P. Diddy has a net worth of nearly $1 billion through his projects in music, fashion, and media. But what lies beneath this glittering empire? In this video, we will find out about the dark side of P. Diddy's reign over hip-hop. So let's know more about the controversies and hidden stories that paint a more complex picture of one of hip-hop's most influential figures. Sean John Combs, also known as P. Diddy, was born on November 4th, 1969 in Harlem, New York. He began his career in the music industry at Uptown Records as an A&R executive in early 1990. His rise from an unpaid intern to a top talent director was due to his keen eye for talent and work ethic. Diddy worked under Andre Harrell there. He mentored Diddy and allowed him to manage projects for artists such as Mary J. Blige and Jadeci. His ability to scout and nurture talent became evident during this period. He was fired from Uptown Records in 1993, but it was due to an altercation rather than poor performance. He got into a physical altercation with a record executive at the company. After being fired, he went on to found his own record label, Bad Boy Records, which became highly successful in the hip-hop industry. P. Diddy took his industry experience and quickly established Bad Boy Records and wanted to make a significant impact on the hip-hop and R&B scenes. His first and most important signing was Christopher Wallace, also known as the Notorious B.I.G. or Biggie Smalls. Biggie was introduced to Diddy through a demo tape and a recommendation from Source magazine editor Mase. Recognizing Biggie's talent, he signed him to Bad Boy Records in 1993. Ready to Die was his debut album, which was released on September 13, 1994. The album featured a mix of hardcore rap and radio-friendly singles like Juicy and Big Poppa. Despite initially peaking at number 13 on the Billboard 200, the album's success grew over time, eventually going quadruple platinum. It played a significant role in bringing attention back to East Coast rap at a time when West Coast hip-hop dominated the scene. In 1995, Biggie's career continued to grow with the release of the platinum single One More Chance, which featured R&B singers Faith Evans and Mary J. Blige. He also formed the group Junior Mafia, which included future star Lil' Kim. The group's debut album, Conspiracy, went gold with singles like Players Anthem and Get Money achieving platinum status. Biggie's influence extended beyond his own music as he contributed to the success of other Bad Boy artists and projects. His involvement with Puff Daddy's debut single, Can't Nobody Hold Me Down, and collaborations with other artists helped establish Bad Boy Records as a dominant force in the music industry. The success of Bad Boy Records and the Notorious B.I.G. set the stage for a thriving East Coast hip-hop scene. The rivalry between East Coast and West Coast hip-hop began in the early 1990s. The East Coast, particularly New York City, was the birthplace of hip-hop. But West Coast artists and labels like Dr. Dre and Suge Knight's Death Row Records began to gain popularity and tensions escalated. West Coast artists felt they were not given the same respect and recognition by East Coast media and DJs despite their commercial success. The fight became more personal and public with the involvement of Tupac Shakur and the Notorious B.I.G. They were initially friends, but their relationship soured after Tupac was shot multiple times in a robbery at New York's Quads Recording Studios in 1994. Tupac accused Biggie and P. Diddy of being involved, a claim they denied. This incident planted the seeds of deep mistrust between the two camps. In 1995, tensions were further inflamed at the Source Awards, where Suge Knight publicly mocked Diddy. Knight also posted Tupac's bail and signed him to Death Row Records, positioning him as a central figure in the West Coast camp. Tupac released several diss tracks aimed at Biggie and Bad Boy Records, including the infamous Hit 'Em Up, where he aggressively taunted his rivals. The events turned around when Tupac Shakur was shot multiple times on September 7, 1996 in a drive-by shooting in Las Vegas, Nevada, and died 6 days later on September 13th. The shooting occurred after a Mike Tyson boxing match, and Tupac was riding in a car driven by Death Row Records CEO Suge Knight when a white Cadillac pulled up and fired multiple rounds. Then, on March 9, 1997, the Notorious B.I.G. was also killed in a drive-by shooting in Los Angeles, California. He was leaving a party hosted by Vibe magazine when a Chevrolet Impala pulled alongside his SUV and fired 4 shots, hitting him and leading to his death shortly thereafter. In the case of Tupac Shakur, Diddy's connection was primarily through his association with Death Row Records, the label Tupac was signed to at the time of his death. There were tensions between Death Row Records and Bad Boy Records, which led to a feud between Tupac and the Notorious B.I.G. In the case of Biggie Smalls, there have been allegations and theories suggesting that his murder was connected to the East Coast-West Coast hip-hop rivalry, which pitted artists and record labels from the two coasts against each other. However, there's been no direct evidence linking Diddy to Biggie's murder. P. Diddy has faced a variety of legal issues and allegations over the years. In 1998, Diddy attacked Steve Stout, the Nas's manager, after a dispute over a music video. Stout had sent MTV a version of Nas's Hate Me Now video that included a crucifixion scene involving Diddy, which Diddy wanted removed. Diddy and two others assaulted Stout with a champagne bottle, leading to charges of second-degree assault and criminal mischief. Diddy was sentenced to a one-day anger management class for this incident. In December 1999, a shooting occurred at Club New York, involving Diddy and his then protege Jamal Shine Barrow. After an argument with another patron, shots were fired and 3 people were injured. Diddy faced weapons charges and accusations of bribing. At a 2013 MTV VMAs afterparty, Diddy allegedly got into a confrontation with J. Cole, reportedly over comments made about Kendrick Lamar's Control verse. Although there were conflicting reports about the case, both artists later downplayed the incident. In 2014, Diddy allegedly punched Drake during an argument over the beat of Drake's song 0 to 100 outside a nightclub. Diddy later denied the physical altercation, emphasizing that there were no hard feelings between them. Diddy was involved in a physical altercation with UCLA assistant football coach Sal Alasi in 2015, allegedly after the coach criticized Diddy's son, Justin. Reports suggested that Diddy swung a kettlebell at the coach. Diddy claimed his actions were in self-defense and no assault charges were filed. In 2019, P. Diddy's ex-girlfriend, Gina Hune, accused him of physical and emotional abuse throughout their relationship, including incidents of stomping on her stomach and punching her in the head. These claims added to the pattern of alleged abusive behavior. In November 2023, Diddy's ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, also filed a lawsuit accusing him of years of sexual assault, physical abuse, and coercive control. Although they settled the lawsuit quickly, Diddy faced significant public backlash. Following this, 2 more women filed sexual assault lawsuits against him under the New York State Adult Survivors Act during the late 1990s and early 2000s. In early 2024, Diddy's homes were raided by federal agents as part of a sex trafficking investigation. These actions were a culmination of multiple allegations and legal issues that had surfaced over the preceding months. Diddy has consistently denied all allegations of wrongdoing, often settling lawsuits out of court while maintaining his innocence. The outcomes of these cases have varied, but the impact has significantly affected his public image and business operations. In the end, P. Diddy's story is a reminder of the power and responsibility that come with fame in the music world. Looking ahead, what challenges do you think P. Diddy will face? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more.